100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve for the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you.
This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? White 25. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On first down, Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. and man is Galladay complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
He's checking. Crash. 36 power.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I got it. Man left. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. He's crashing. Friday. Shoot.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Good job right there.
Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he coughed it up, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
44. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. Ricky.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They're already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Hey, alert. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9. Hey, alert. Good touch.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's out right at the 25. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
15. 95.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Let's go.
This is Carson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Jameis to throw it. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Ready? White 25. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's make these babies run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point is supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
Mike, oh, you got deep? 44, Mike, 40.
Now Wilson on first down. He sets the fire deep, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
36 power.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Front left. Watch the slant. Check 31.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check the backer. Let's go. Left pass. 40, Mike. Front. Quit talking about it and bring it. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. And alert.
Wilson to throw again. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
14. Safety screen.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw again is Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. Throwing, Winston. To the right and complete to Galladay. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 30 yards. And again this time to the tailback. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal of yardage against them.
Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 14, run it. Boom. 40.
From the 36, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense. But
into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Big stop, let's go. He's coming.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Ready? Black, what is that? Mike 54. Get your swarm on.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the...
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Play action now, Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44 to Mike. 12. Right here. David. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Let him know.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 45 yards, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, Winston. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Wright's got it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. To throw, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check.
Friday.
And here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on second and 10. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Touch 50, touch 50. 44
Here's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Clear. Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, me and you.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Push left. Check my 40. Go. Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Jameis to throw it. Complete to right. Breaks a tackle. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jameis now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Here's Winston. Johnson's got it complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Ready? Black 25. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Off the play fake, Winston. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's another Detroit Lions.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Blue 80. Mike 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
Here's Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson, he's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 49 yards. On first down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen.